Welcome to Seeing Green Solutions for Our Daily Lives, the podcast where we spotlight the brands, ideas, and people making it easier to live sustainably every day. Today's episode is part of our Spotlight series, a deep dive into one of our Seeing Green Solutionists of the day. And now, today's solution.
Welcome, listeners, to episode 23 of the Seeing Green podcast.
Great to be here.
Today's episode is part of our Seeing Green Spotlight series. This is where we take a closer look at the Seeing Green Solutionist of the day and the real solutions they're bringing to help us all be, healthier and greener in our daily lives.
Yeah, practical stuff.
Exactly. And today we're returning to a topic that, lots of you seem really interested in: clean and sustainable beauty.
Always a popular one.
It is. And if you enjoy this topic, you should definitely check out our prior episodes. We looked at La Bouche Rouge and Credo Beauty. Really fascinating stuff there, too.
Absolutely. Different angles on the same challenge.
For sure. And hey, if you like this content overall, please do consider subscribing to the Seeing Green podcast wherever you happen to listen.
It helps others find the show, too.
It really does. Okay, let's unpack this. The global beauty and cosmetics industry. It's kind of a fascinating paradox, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's this huge economic powerhouse, right? Billions and billions generated.
Yeah, massive. But it also casts a pretty long environmental shadow.
A very long shadow.
Yeah.
You have to think about the entire life cycle of, say, a typical beauty product. The impact starts right at the beginning with the ingredients.
Okay, like where they come from.
Exactly. Where they're sourced, how they're grown or maybe manufactured. Then you've got the manufacturing process itself. That can be really energy intensive and produce a fair amount of waste.
And, oh my gosh, the packaging, all those plastic bottles, the tubes, the boxes, so much of it.
So much. And then it has to travel, right? Distribution, often globally, which adds to emissions.
Yeah.
And finally, there's the waste that's generated when products are all used up or maybe just discarded halfway through.
Right.
So all these stages, they impact nature, water resources, they definitely contribute to emissions, and often result in just significant landfill waste.
It really raises that question, doesn't it? Can beauty truly be beautiful if creating it actually harms the planet?
That's the core issue. And that's why the emergence of sustainable beauty and clean beauty has become such a beacon of hope, really.
Yeah, it's a focus area that's tackling these concerns head on.
And what's interesting now is how these terms, sustainable and clean beauty, they're starting to kind of coalesce around a shared understanding.
Okay, so what does that generally mean?
Generally, it means products made with clean, safe ingredients, often natural or vegan, and formulated without certain harmful chemicals people are trying to avoid.
And crucially, the packaging, right? Packaged to minimize waste, so maybe recyclable materials or refillable options?
Or even naked options with no packaging at all.
I'll definitely come back to that.
Yeah. Plus, they're often produced with ethical sourcing in mind, transparent supply chains. The whole idea is reducing that environmental and social impact.
So it's beauty designed to be better. Better for us, better for the planet.
That's the goal.
Which brings us beautifully to today's solutionist of the day. We are putting the spotlight on Lush. Yeah. A company described as having a campaigning heart. Their mission, it's pretty bold. Create a product for every need and spark a cosmetic revolution to save the planet.
It's ambitious, no doubt. Their ultimate goal, as they phrase it, is to leave the world lusher than we found it.
I love that phrasing. Lusher.
Me too. So today, let's dive into how they're actually trying to achieve that.
Okay, let's do it. So first things first. Who exactly is Lush, for anyone who might not know?
Sure. So Lush is a UK-based company, cosmetics, personal care, founded back in 1995.
Okay.
In Poole, England, actually, by Mark Constantine, Liz Weir, and a group of co-founders.
And they're really known for those vibrant, super colorful bath bombs, right?
Yeah, the bath bombs are iconic. But also their fresh handmade soaps and just this unwavering, cruelty-free ethos they've had from day one.
And they've grown, haven't they, from like a small local shop?
Oh, massively. They've really blossomed into an international brand. I think it's over 900 stores now in nearly 50 countries.
Wow.
What's particularly striking, I think, is how they differentiate themselves. Unlike so many beauty companies that rely heavily on synthetic formulations and really glossy marketing, Lush really built its business around fresh, natural ingredients, a lot of transparency, and this really strong activist streak.
That's interesting. How did they manage to blend those, ethical values with something that feels quite indulgent, like a bath bomb so successfully.
That's the key question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today, they're definitely one of the most recognizable names out there in sustainable beauty. Their annual revenues are, well, they're surpassing $1 billion.
$1 billion, wow. So they really have built this global reputation for blending ethics with indulgence.
They really have.
Okay, so let's dig into how. Let's talk about ingredients first, because you said their approach here is foundational to why they're a solutionist.
Absolutely foundational. A core principle, right from the start, is their commitment to cruelty-free products. Always vegetarian, and now largely vegan formulations, too.
Largely vegan.
Yeah, since 2019, they've phased out egg. And as of 2025, they're saying 95% of their sort of all-year-round range is vegan.
That's impressive progress.
It is. And critically, they don't test on animals, ever. And they don't buy raw materials from any companies involved in animal testing after their fixed cutoff date.
Which was?
June 1st, 2007. A long time ago now. They even go further and fund non-animal testing methods through something called the Lush Prize.
That is a serious long-term commitment. And they also emphasize fresh, natural inputs, you mentioned.
Yes, which naturally means less reliance on synthetic chemicals. And this is where their ethical buying policies become really crucial.
Okay, ethical buying. What does that look like for them?
Well, they focus on things like fair trade, supporting regenerative agriculture.
Regenerative, so farming that improves the land.
Exactly.
Right.
Improves soil health, biodiversity instead of just taking from it, and generally minimizing harm from sourcing raw materials. They have a dedicated buying team. That actually goes directly to the producers, to the farmers, the growers, to really understand the full story behind each ingredient.
Wait, direct buying? So they're not just like relying on certifications on paper, they're going out there and seeing it.
Precisely. Their buying team travels the world, building these long-term relationships. It's quite something. For instance, their fair trade shea butter from Ghana. That supports around 400 women there.
Wow.
Or, closer to home for them, they source blueberries from a family-owned farm in Dorset, near their pool factory. Apparently, it was the first farm in the UK to even introduce blueberries.
Huh. That's amazing. So it's about understanding the real impact.
Totally. They consider workers' rights, the environmental impact, like are they using organic practices, no GMOs. Animal protection is key. And even the transport distance of ingredients, how far does it have to travel?
It makes you wonder, how many companies really go to that depth?
Not many, I suspect. Lush's impact point here is really clear. They try to ensure the story of every single ingredient uplifts both people and the planet.
So it's not just about what's in the pot, but literally how it got there.
Exactly. The entire journey matters.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Packaging. Or maybe the lack of it. This is an area where Lush really, really stands out.
Oh, definitely. Lush is widely credited, I think, with pioneering naked products in the beauty world.
Naked products.
Yeah, think about those iconic bath bombs again.
Yeah.
Or their shampoo bars, solid soaps.
Yeah.
Lots of their stuff requires absolutely no packaging at all.
And it's a significant amount, right?
It is. Apparently, 66%, two-thirds of their products sold each year are naked.
Wow.
And here's something fascinating they discovered. For their bottled products, the packaging itself often costs more than the actual product inside.
Get out, really, more than the ingredients.
That's what they found, which is incredible when you think about it.
So less packaging isn't just good for the planet, it actually saves them money, which they can then reinvest in those high-quality ingredients you mentioned, or their staff.
Exactly. It flips the usual logic. And for the products that do need containers, they use 100% post-consumer recycled plastic, PCR plastic, some of which is even classed as prevented ocean plastic.
Okay, so plastic that's already been used, collected, and recycled, and some that was heading for the ocean.
Right. Intercepted before it gets there.
And I have to mention their return scheme. I love this. You bring back the empty black pots.
5 of them, yeah.
And you get a free, fresh face mask. It's such a smart, tangible incentive for customers to actually participate in that circular economy idea.
It really is. And that closed-loop recycling idea is supported even further by their Green Hub back in the UK.
Green Hub? What's that?
It's basically an innovation center. It's dedicated to reuse, repair, and just rethinking materials to keep them out of landfill. They even compost production waste there.
That's brilliant.
So their impact point here is, well, it's massive. They are directly tackling the beauty industry's huge single-use packaging crisis head on.
It's really clear that Lush is way more than just a beauty brand selling nice-smelling things. They genuinely seem like a movement.
That's a good way to put it. And what's fascinating is how they position themselves. Their impact point seems to be more than just products. They're trying to model a movement for responsible beauty.
Mm-hmm.
They even call it We Are Lush. It's about embedding sustainability right into the brand's DNA and even into the employee's identity.
And they're famous for their bold activism and campaigning, aren't they?
Oh, very much so. They've been fighting against animal testing since before their first shop even opened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Campaigning for climate action, human rights, regenerative business practices. They're not shy about taking a stand.
Didn't they even pull off some social media platforms?
They did. They removed some of their main accounts because they felt the platforms weren't doing enough to protect users from harmful content. That shows a real commitment to their values, even if it goes against, standard marketing wisdom.
That takes guts. And they back it up with transparency, you said, public reporting.
Yes. They publish metrics on their environmental footprint, their waste figures, carbon impact. It's not just talk. They try to be accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And their employee culture seems to really reinforce all this. Products are handmade. The facilities apparently look more like big kitchens than typical factories. Creates local jobs. And they even put the faces of the actual product makers on the little stickers on the pots.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those. It tells you who made it and when.
Exactly. It encourages pride in the work, connects the customer directly to the product's origin. It's about empowering people. They even have these master compounders trained across like 20 different departments.
That's amazing. So when you pull it all together, the ingredients, the packaging, the activism, the culture, what does this all mean for the bigger picture of sustainable beauty?
I think Lush really demonstrates that a company can absolutely thrive, become a global leader, even by prioritizing ethical sourcing, radical waste reduction, and really strong advocacy.
Yeah.
They prove that you can challenge conventional business norms, that blending ethics with, indulgence isn't just possible. It can actually be a blueprint for success.
A blueprint for others to follow, perhaps.
Potentially, yes.
Well, this has been incredibly insightful. If you want to learn more about Lush, you can visit them at lush.com.
Simple enough.
And if you're interested in finding more brands and innovators who are dedicated to creating a greener, more sustainable world, well, you can subscribe to the Seeing Green podcast wherever you access podcasts. You can also visit our website and join the Seeing Green community. Just sign up at www.seeinggreen.eco.
Lots of resources there.
There are. And follow us at Seeing Green Eco across the usual social media channels.
Lush's journey really does highlight a powerful idea, doesn't it? That maybe true sustainability isn't just about, tweaking existing products slightly.
Right.
But about fundamentally reimagining how products are conceived, made, and consumed in the first place. It really challenges us to ask, what other industries could benefit from this kind of radical, maybe even naked approach to their practices? How can we all help leave the world lusher than we found it?
A great thought to end on. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Seeing Green Spotlight Series podcast. Until next time.